like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Mind Your Own Damn Business. Bitch, what ain't what to say. But Mind Your Own Business is a show that comes on This is season 1, episode 2. And I kind of like this show, you know. It's growing on me. I think each episode will be different, basically, because she's working with different people every episode. So this particular episode was with Meghan from Bad Girls Club. She was on Bad Girls Club. She was on Marriage Boot Camp. And she's just basically a bitch, if you ask me. But if you have not done so already, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel and become one of my active subscribers, meaning, you know, comment, like, share, watch other videos. Like, don't just subscribe to say, oh, I'm a subscriber. No, honey, subscribe and be a viewer. Okay, be a viewer. And then do not forget to also hit the notification bell, because that lets you know when I have new videos up on my channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So Meghan basically has a clothing line that I don't think anyone knows exists, if you ask me. Even though I don't follow her on social media, because I think I think she's a bad person. Like, I think she's self-centered. She is selfish. And she just thinks she's the business, and I don't believe it. So her little, I think it's called like 800. It's called 800 West. Yeah, 800 West. It's a clothing line. I think she just, I don't know. I don't even know. And it's weird because she's on this show, and I believe she's going to be on an episode of Ayanna Fix My Life too. So I'm like, is she just on all the reality shows? Or she's a reality show whore, if you ask me, because you can't be popping to all the different shows now. Okay, that I don't like. Anyway, so she brings up how she has this line. You know, they made like almost $100 grand within a couple of months, but they haven't made anything else since. But I was like, so is it a real line? Like, what's going on? So what she do is first of all, the space that she was meeting, it's a girl named Mahisha Ian. It might be Mahisha Ian. I'm like, that's a real working space? I'm like, it was weird. And I was like, and then the sign was like a barcode that said 800 West. I'm like, did you just make that on some laminate paper? Like, girl, I just you can tell it's a new startup company, honey. But I'm like, I just would have met somewhere else besides that space, because that space looks real homeless, like someone is squatting there, and this person squatting there is you, and we ain't here for it. And I'm like, and then the windows look like dirty, dingy. I guess she may have been one for a dirty, dingy, warehousey look. Like, maybe she don't care about the decor, and that's maybe what she can afford. I don't really know, but I was like, girl, if you like it, I love it. So she brings up how she has these designs that she makes, and then she's like, I can make this particular item for $8, and then Fashion Nova will buy for $14. So I'm like, okay, well, you make $6 per item. And then Mahisha was like, well, you know, we need to, you know, need to either make the stuff for less money or charge more for yourself, because that's not a big, you know what I'm saying, sale or whatever. And she's like, well, I feel like my followers on Instagram, I have almost 1 million followers, will buy whatever I sell. Well, it don't seem like they are, because if they are, you make a little bit more money. So she says how, you know, when I was on Bad Girls Club, people thought I was this bad person. Well, you were. Like, you were the person that we saw on the show. That's what you put out there. She's like, you know, back then I was a kid. I was just trying to be, you know, famous. I wanted to be a reality star. I didn't think nothing else about what it would do to me or whatever later. I was like, I can get that. A lot of people do dumb stuff when they're younger, and you don't think about how it can affect you later. Okay, I'll give her that one. But I'm like, because she said, well, I was bad back then, but I'm not anymore. Well, you was a liar. You're a liar, Meghan, because you were just on Marriage Boot Camp acting the same exact way. I'm like, how was I not getting, I was going to use those words, the same exact way on Marriage Boot Camp? I mean, you might not have been physically fighting nobody or being a bully or getting bullied or whatever, but you was the same little snot-nosed, snotty-ass, snooty-ass person that we didn't like on Bad Girls Club. So it is what it is. But she said because of how she was on Bad Girls Club, a lot of people don't want to work with her. I think it was not only that, it was you were on Bad Girls Club, you were on other little reality shows between Bad Girls Club and now, and you've always acted the same, so you don't seem like you are a business person. And you know, the way you were even acting on this show, it still don't seem like you're a business person. You still seem petty and childish. So she brings up how she has a business partner named Tanya, and how her and Tanya has a 70-30 split. I'm looking like, whoa, that's okay. So she brings up but how they have issues right now. It's like, well, what's the issue? She's like, well, you know what I'm saying, we be bumping heads because, you know what I'm saying, I know what I want, I know what the people want, and she won't listen to me. You know, she's been in the industry longer than me. She knows different stuff, but you know what I'm saying, she won't listen to me. Well, it seems as if you won't listen to her, okay? Meaning your ass think you know everything, and so you won't listen to the person who's been in the business the longest. You are a reality show person. You are not a business person. I don't think if you went to business school, you should know business, but it doesn't seem like you do. I mean, and some people get a degree in things and don't know shit about what they have their degree in, and that might be Meghan. Anyway, she brings up how her and Tanya be bumping heads about the prices. You know, I feel like she prices too high. Like, we had a meeting with Fashion Nova. I think she said Fashion Nova, or someone. It may have been even, I think she did say Fashion Nova. And she said they liked my stuff, but it was I had a price too high, and I was mad. And I told Tanya, like, we don't have to make money in the beginning. Like, let's just get them to buy our stuff. And she was like, no, honey, you're a business. You want to make money. You don't want to lose money just to, you know what I'm saying, have somebody buy your stuff. That does not make any sense. And it doesn't. It's different if you are offering your services to someone for a lower rate just to get the work done, but you should not sell your item to someone at a loss. That's not smart business at all. She just stupid. So yeah, Mahesh was like, girl, look, I need you to be willing to listen to me and take advice from me or whatever, so that I can get you on a better track. But I still feel like Meghan's issue is her attitude. It has nothing to do with like her business sense or or even common sense. She's a bitch. Okay, it's simple as that. She is a bitch and she thinks she knows everything, and she can't afford to do things on her own because she don't know how to make clothes. Like me, I have great ideas about what I would want to have for a plus size line, but bitch, I can't sew. Okay, so if I partner with someone, it would have to be a person who can make the items, but I would have to be aware that they are just as vital to the business as I am. But this is not about me, this is about Meghan. So, you know, we then see Mahesh go to talk to Tanya. Now, Tanya is, I'm going to say she's Asian, or, I don't know, she's, you know, Japanese, Chinese, I don't know exactly what it is. But I'm going to say she's Asian, for lack of a better word that I can think of right now. And she's the one who produces the clothing. Like, she makes the clothing. So she take Mahesh around the little workshop or whatever. And I'm like, she's the real person doing the real work. So I'm like, she only get 30%, girl, bye. You're making the clothes. She's using her credit and her name to get stuff from vendors and everything. So I'm like, she's the shit right now. And I'm like, I don't see how Meghan doesn't see that. So, but I'm like, is she working in a sweatshop? I'm like, that was a big old warehouse. It was like a whole bunch of rooms or whatever. And there was a whole bunch of other Asian people in there working. I'm like, I hope it was not a sweatshop and they just showed it, because we don't support sweatshops. Anyway, so she said, she talks about how her and Meghan met, how she's like, one day Meghan came to my job or whatever, and she came in just asking, who can anyone in here, you know, make clothes? And she's like, I recognized her from Bad Girls Club, and I was like, I'll work with you, because I knew who she was and I felt like she was a little bit famous or whatnot. So she admitted that when she saw her, she knew who Meghan was and she recognized her from the show, and for those reasons alone, she's like, okay, I want to work with you. She said that when I said that, I didn't know I would like get anything out of it, but you know what I'm saying, I could make clothes. She said, so we made like 10 pieces within like 2 days or whatever, and we took them to a meeting to pitch or whatever. They bought like 9 of the items, and their first purchase order was like $42,000, and that was the start of everything. But it seems like this business is honey brand spanking new, simply because she then said, well, we did that order together, but we have not done other orders together with the one she's recently doing now, because she owes me money. And she's like, what you mean she owes you money? It's like, so y'all not even partners right now? She's like, no, we're kind of on pause. pause. So turns out, honey, Meghan is a whole shyster in these streets. So the rule of thumb in business is when you are selling things or making things or whatever, once you get paid, you pay your vendors who helped you produce whatever you produce. So if you had to pay, if vendors lent you fabric or did work for you or whatever, if they did work for you and they're waiting for you to pay them, you pay them first. Okay, and then what's left after you pay your vendors off and your bills are done, that's your profit. And then you choose either pocket that profit or invest it back into your business. Not Meghan, not Bad Girls Love Meghan. No, this heifer would have them make stuff or whatever, and she just wouldn't pay them. She would not pay them all their money. So it's about $11,000 that is left in balances to these vendors. And it might seem like a little bit, but when you're buying fabric, that's a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to have fabric to make clothes. You can't sell clothes. I don't know. You need that to do things like that. So she's like, well, you know, all the accounts are in my name, and because I have been in this industry for a while, I had credit with these people because they knew who I was, so they allowed me to get things on credit to make, and then I owe in my name like 11 grand, but it's Meghan who actually owes some money too, and she won't pay. And I've been asking her to pay it for months and months and months. So I'm like, Meghan must have had this business up for like maybe a year. Okay, it could not have been nothing that's been a few years in the making, because it just doesn't seem like it's a long, drawn out business. Like, it doesn't. And you can do a business in a year, and it is. But I'm like, I don't think this is like. I think she said, you know what? Let me do this so I can get on this show, so I can say it's weird to me, but I don't know. Anyway, she brings up also how even though they owe 11 grand, Meghan won't use any of her personal money to pay these vendors back. So she's like, she just kind of letting me lay in limbo or whatever. And you know, she's like, I had to make payments to these people because they were threatening to sue me and take me to court, and I can't have that. And my credit is shot. It's just weird. You know, it's kind of bad for me. And she's crying. And it was sad or whatever. But I'm like, that's what you give for trusting Meghan. Like, Meghan to me does not seem like a credible person. She doesn't. Like, she seems like her face looks shysty. Like, she looks like she would steal your purse from beside you. If y'all are at a wedding together, she'll just swipe your purse. So I wouldn't trust Meghan. She just does not look trustworthy. And she talks in circles about things, and I'm like, I don't think she knows what she's talking about half the time. So I wouldn't even work with her business wise. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not Tanya. So we then see Mahisha goes to talk to Meghan. Just ask, like, you know, do you owe Tanya any money? She was like, I don't owe her nothing. No. So you don't owe any vendors? Well, you know, that's different. You saying, but I don't owe vendors. We owe vendors. Like you said, it's a 70-30 split, so it's not just me. And it's not like $11,000. It's like $5. Either way it go, bitch. If it's $2, you owe someone some money, girl. Go ahead and pay it. So, you know, what I like is that Mahisha was like, well, girl, you know, you should owe the bulk of it. You should owe the bulk of it because you own 70%. She only owns 30%, but she do more work than you. Well, that's not true. You know, you must have went and talked to her and got her whole side story. Like, she's always the victim. She's always crying. I bet she cried today. Like, I don't care. And she was just being up. I'm like, girl, this is supposed to be a business. And the way that she acted on the show, for me, if I watched the show, I wouldn't want to work with her because she's a complete, utter bitch. So even her little confession was like, well, you know what? I will never be a victim. I will always be, you know, the villain, or it's like either the villain or superhero. No, bitch, you will be non-existent because she just irks my damn nerves. Anyway, you know, she brings up to me like, you know, you're supposed to pay your vendors first and not pocket the money, and you're doing the opposite, and that's just kind of crazy. And so she brings Tanya out. So when Tanya come out saying, you know, we did this together, you owe this money, it's like 11 grand. I don't owe 11 grand. That's not true. I need to see receipts. So Tanya proceeds to bring out her receipts. Like, here you go, this bill, you paid this amount of money, you paid $7, whatever. That check bounced, okay? When that check bounced, when you went to pay it again, you still didn't pay the whole thing. So it was, so she had her facts together, and she had her facts together. Like, here, it's in your face. But basically, you're fucking up my credit, okay? And you don't care. So, when I'm working and somebody send me a message, I'm gonna have to text them back in a minute. Well, no, let me text back right now. Sorry, y'all. Pause for a second. Pause for a second. Because my mama just texted me. Why my phone being stupid? Like, the words on my phone is real large, and I don't know why. Anyway, so when Tanya out there, they're talking or whatever, and again, Tanya's crying a little bit because she's upset because, like, I work with you, you know what I'm saying? I put my name on the line for you. Like, this stuff is in my name, not yours. They're threatening to take me to court for this money, girl, and you want to pay the money, girl. What you doing about that? So Meghan, like, I don't feel bad that she's crying. Like, she always cries. I don't really care because Meghan's a complete bitch, and we're not, it is what it is. This is my thing. I don't feel bad. How can I put this in the right way? Tanya should have known what she was getting herself into before working with Meghan. For her to say that she's been in the business for a long time, she should know before you do things, get contracts to people, like make sure they can be on up and up, and don't put your name on the line for someone just because they're on a celebrity show or on a reality show. Like, make her put her name up. If she's a star, make her put her name up. Make the credit be in her name, not yours. So I think that part was kind of stupid. So yeah, I had to pause the whole video because the gnat was on my damn screen. I guess because the lights be on. It always come here. Then my mama texts me. Then my nephew FaceTime me. I'm looking like, but okay. As I was saying, Tanya should have known what she was getting herself into before she worked with Meghan, in my personal opinion. Meghan is in how she just wants people to not look at her as who she used to be. But you're the same person that you were. Like, you're the same person. Like, there's no difference in how she talks, acts, now than how she did on Bad Girl stuff. The only difference is she's not fist fighting nobody and fighting in the hallways. But she's still the same, like, the self-centered person. So I'm like, you're not different. Be who you are, because you are who you are. Like, be the bitch that you are and own up to it and make money that way. But you can't make it seem as if, oh, I'm a completely different person, I'm a businesswoman now. No, you're not. Just because you make some clothes does not make you a businesswoman. Let's just say that. So, Misha tells her, like, look, I just want you to be better. I need you to realize that Tanya is an asset to you and you're misusing her, and you need to kind of respect that, what she brings to the table. She got you these vendors to do work for y'all or whatever in her name, and you should respect that. I'm like, she not gonna do that, but whatever, girl. Wait your breath, Mahisha. But she said, like, I'm gonna set up these investors to meet with y'all in 2 days. Y'all have to make 3 pieces, and when y'all come like and pitch them to them, so hopefully you can get some investors, because basically Meghan company don't make no money because she don't have any investors. She don't have any investors. But I'm like, but who wants to girl, bye. Anyway, I'm like, if you like it, I love it. So, I wouldn't work with anyone like Meghan. I wouldn't, but I guess Tanya will. But Tanya's smart this time around, because when they're talking about making these pieces, she has invoices first for what they owe and what it would cost to make 3 more pieces, and how they can get them done in about a day, as long as she signs this contract. So she said, like, you need to sign this contract stating the balance, that you will pay the balance. And it was like it was like 11,000, maybe $600 or whatever. And she said, like, you don't have to pay me this money right now, and I want you to sign a contract, because if you sign a contract, it just means that I'll get paid and that these vendors will get paid, and I'll make the stuff. And she didn't want to sign it. I have been in the entertainment business for a while, and no one just signs stuff, without having things looked over, which is true. But at the same time, you owe this lady some money, so why you act as if you don't? And that's the part that I'm like, she's business smart, because she know not to sign shit just for no reason. But at the same time, you owe people money, so pay them what you owe. You've had enough time. You've had enough time to figure out how much you owe somebody. Meghan just don't want to pay. She does not want to pay. I need to verify this is what I owe. Girl, bye. I don't care. And what I like was Tanya said, well, okay, well, if you want to sign it, I can't make your clothes. Bam, bitch. I was like, okay, but that's what she should have been doing from the beginning. Because again, Tanya, you said that you were in this around too, so I would have had that being handled up front. So I was like, well, okay, I like that part or whatever. So because she said I'll need 48 hours to get all this looked over and verified. I'm looking like, this is what's weird to me. Y'all are 70-30 into this situation. Meghan, how do you not know what amounts are being paid? Like, how do you not know any of this stuff? Like, you don't have no whole corporation. You don't have no whole bunch of employees. It's you and her sweatshop people. So how do you not know what's going on here? And in the beginning of the episode, we did see her talking to some other girl who I'm going to say is her assistant, who was saying how they owed like $2,000 to someone else for some stuff. So clearly Meghan isn't even aware of who she owed for what. So that's your fault, mama. That is your fault. So, when she said, well, she won't sign it, Tanya says, well, okay, I'm not making your pieces. And so I'm like, okay. So we did see it's the pitch. It's been these 2 days, so we don't know what happened in these 2 days. Honey, Meghan walk up. First of all, Meghan's weave is horrible. Okay, Meghan's weave look old, dingy, and dirty. I'm like, it's just, no, and her outfit like looked dingy. Like she didn't look put together. Like she looked like a bargain basement Barbie doll going to a fake ass meeting. And I'm like, you didn't get nobody to do your hair? Like no one. It just looked dirty. It looked dirty, dingy, like it was not combed through. It looked a little bit matted in the back. Like you ain't got no weave brush. I'm like, who, girl, you own a whole TV show. You can't. I just can't do. I mean, but it can't be because she broke. Maybe she broke because she put all this money into the company. But I'm like, still, you look bad. Like you don't look. And I'm like, she just, I don't know. She looked greasy a little bit, like maybe she was sweating. Okay, I just didn't like it. Anyway, she gets to the meeting, and Maisha like, girl, you basically late because you're not early for this damn meeting. And then we find out that Tanya is not coming either because Meghan didn't sign the contract. So she's like, and she also did not make any of my pieces because I would not sign the contract. So she's gonna show 3 old pieces that she made before. But did you make them or did Tanya make them? Okay, either way it goes, it's her designs, but it's old stuff that she had, and she just looks a mess. She looked dirty and dingy. And when she got in there, now first of all, Mahisha. Were these really investors? Because I'm surprised. The one black lady who you had there as an investor, she can't have no friends because no one would say, girl, I'm going on this show, whatever. I can't believe it. And the friend didn't say, but girl, make sure you get your split ends because that one black lady, her hair looked bad too. I'm like, and I'm not saying that you have to go get your hair done professionally. I'm just saying like it should still look presentable. She had a whole bunch of split ends. Like, that ain't how you come. I'm like, no, it looked like her hair was up in a ponytail. And before they said, okay, start shooting or whatever, action, she took her hair out the ponytail and just kind of put her hair down. I've done that before. And I've done that because I sometimes would not like my hair with a ponytail in some photos or whatever. But I'm like, her ends was really, really split. She just did not look camera ready. So I'm like, she can't have no friends. And Mahisha, you have a whole hair care line and you talking about uplifting black women. Make sure the black women on these TV shows, honey, their hair be looking okay. I was like, it just looked bad. Anyway, Meghan is pitching her thing, and you can tell Meghan don't know what she's talking about. She's not business savvy. She's not the person who should ever go into pitch meetings because when you pitching stuff, they want to know like bottom line stuff, money wise stuff. They want to like specific information. And Meghan kind of was talking in circles a little bit. And I mean, for the most part, she was like saying real words, but like the real words had me confused. I'm like, what are you talking about, honey? And she knew she wasn't doing good. So eventually she starts crying and she was like, I was poor. I started my company with $200. And in the first 6 months, I made $97,000, which is an amazing feat, absolutely. But again, she made the money, I'm gonna say by chance, because she had good design, but she does not know how to be a businesswoman. And she's like, I went to business school. Which one did you go to? The sidewalk community? Where did you go? Out of sidewalk high? I don't know. And she just, it was some bullshit if you ask me. It was some complete bullshit. She brings up how she met Tanya, you know, how I was going door to door in LA, just knocking on doors, asking people if they knew how to sew. I just needed someone to help me make these clothes, and everyone was ignoring me. But Tanya, when I knocked on that door, she helped me. Like she helped me make the clothes or whatever. And you know, and I'm like, okay, she realized that she only got things done because of Tanya. So, and that whole thing. girl, whatever. Then, you know, we see the 3 investors talking to Mahisha. And again, I feel like they was not really investors, because one person, we invest in tech companies. And what did you there? She not a tech person. She sells swimsuits just to Fashion Nova. So it was just weird. It was very, very weird. So I feel like this episode was just for shits and giggles. Okay, shits and giggles, and just kind of reading her. The black lady investor say how, you know what I'm saying, again, I can't back you. I can't be an investor, whatever, but I will give you $10,000 in a personal loan that I will charge, you know what I'm saying, reasonable interest to help you, you know what I'm saying, get further along. Then we have the one guy who says, I'm going to also give you $10,000. He said, now it's not a loan. It's not an investment either. He said, I'm going to give you $10,000 towards your purchase orders. He's like, but when you start making money, I want you to give me back $20,000. I want to make back double what I gave you once you start making money. He said, but if you don't make any money, you know, you don't pay me, but once you make money, you're going to give me back double what I gave you. And I'm like, well, that doesn't sound feasible. And Meghan said, oh, okay, I can do that. I'm like, bitch, you so stupid. He give you 10, you give him 20. That's stupid. And then the other lady says, well, I can't give you any money, but I can mentor you into doing things business-like. And I'm like, again, I felt like it was some fuckery and some bullshit. Mahisha does let her know after that whole thing. She's like, well, the guy who told you, you know, he wants to double what he gave you back later. You should think about that, because that's kind of a high amount for someone to want to get back based on what they gave you. And, you know, Meghan said, with that money, I'm going to pay back the old vendors. You know what I'm saying? I'll get all this stuff out of Tanya's name. And I do now feel bad that she wasn't here, because I realized how much she helped me. But I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm mad I just reviewed this episode, honestly. I wonder if y'all can tell that I was over from the beginning. Because I just feel like Meghan is a nobody. And not a nobody as in she does not matter. But I feel like she did this to be on another show. And if she is indeed on Ayanla's show, which I believe I saw them putting her in the previews earlier this month before the show actually aired, I'm going to say she's doing these different shows just to get a check. Okay, just to get a damn check. Meghan ain't gonna change. She isn't, and I don't care. Anyway, I'm done here, y'all. I have to go somewhere anyway. I am Jay Lee. This is Jelly's Corner. Peace.